So, I think I'm live. Hello. Let's see, payload 39.8. This, 39.8 error. Okay, so something's different here. Something is, oh, this is kilograms again. Okay, so let's load. I had a config, let's say preset 1 back. Yeah. Well, it's pounds. 39.8. See what happens. 39.8. Okay, so it likes that. And gosh, I don't know. I didn't want to call the blasted fuel truck. I just wanted to put the fuel in. Okay. Fuel 16.3. 16.3. All right. So there. And takeoff weight 28 degrees. Okay. So let's get the sucker going. Well, real quick, let's step outside, see what it looks like. I didn't drive to the airport. Maybe I was at the Marriott, huh? Which is over there. And let's back up here. So Tampa, this is the one. And they, VerticalSim keeps updating this airport, making it more and more efficient. And, I honestly think it's as good as any other airport I've gotten in terms of efficiency, and yet look at all that. That's really a beautiful airport. And like I keep saying, especially at night. So yeah, this is Tampa. Do I have, no I don't. I don't think I do. Active sky. Let's get some weather here. There's some rain here and there. Some down here in Florida, some up by Atlanta. So we're going from Tampa to Atlanta. And this is with XPRealistic. We'll have to see. I just upgraded to the latest version where they say they fixed some bugs. But I'm not having much success getting previews running, so we may do some adjustments in flight. Interesting, this scratching stuff on here. I updated this as well. So many things to update. But yeah, we'll just get started, see what happens. Oh, tell you what, I update things and things change and I don't even know why. Oh, there we go. No. Okay, get the battery going. Did I hook up the ground power? It says it's available. GPU connect. Parking brake. Remove chocks. Okay, back. It said it was available and now it is. Okay. And let's check that. Okay. Gear handle is down 3 greens, and flaps are forward. Yeah, you know, I don't remember another cycle coming out, but it says need to update my data. Okay. Okay, and then let's do that. Takes about a minute. All right, so FMC, I'll go ahead and put that on legs, because that's where it's going. Pausing it. KTPA. And gate. I don't know. Next. Out. KTPA to KATL. I had planned to make some more adjustments to XPRealistic after I installed the new version, but without being able to see the preview, or I can hear things, but I can't see things. So, you know, but it's, you know, let's see. Let's go here. So ground roll, for example, I can preview. That doesn't sound bad. Let's see, so that's a 50%. Let's see, I got this at 80. Actually, random is BS. So this is what it would sound like on a taxiway. Okay, so 14, we'll say 14 there, and then let's bring this up. Don't really hear anything for all that rattling that I was getting on the taxiway. Okay. That seems pretty good. We'll do there. Say that's done. Ground shakings, it says preview, nothing happens. You know, say I'm going full blast down the runway. I don't know what's going on with that. So we'll just take our word for it here. Natural movements, I shut that off because it simulates your breathing. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's, we'll move on to something else. Overspeed, reverse thrust. That would be cool. So it's just the sound. That's not bad. Sneezing. Let me shut that off. Speed, brake, drag. Now see, I do want to see how much vibration we get from this. Speed brake at 100% speed, at 100% movement. I've got this at the 76%. I don't know. I'll just leave it there and we'll just see how it goes. Oh, touchdown. Do we get a preview of that? Not really. We'll just have to take its word for it. I had to turn it down on another airplane. Touchdown main, preview. Well, you do see it a little bit there. Okay, so good. It works on some of these things. Windshield rain. Actually, let me go back. Touchdown main. Okay, windshield rain. Preview. That's at 0 speed. Like there. Windshield wind. That's pretty good. Wheel well. This one's interesting too. Not bad. Okay, let's just leave it at that for right now. See what happens. Let's see. F12. Okay, so we got that. Weather here is some towering cumulus in the area. Altimeter's 3002. The wind's out of the west. Doesn't help us. We're taking off 19. So, yeah. So, what's our route? Route. Layson. Amory. Dawn, D-A-W-W-N, D-A-W-W-N, to Bjorn. No, clear. B-E-O-R-N. To Gandalf 2, so activate that. Departure arrival, departure. We are departing on the ended 8. No transition. We're going to take off 19 right. Exec. And then let's go departure arrival. Arrival will be the Gandalf 2 and from Bjorn. And 27 right. And being that it's Atlanta, I doubt I would get a visual. MCAP or UU. Oh. Let's see, so have a tab airport, KATL. Approach 27 right. And UU, that's fine. Accept that. All right. Ref. Reserves 6.9 in reserve, and cost index is 42. Altitude 360. I don't know why I exec that then. Okay. So 238 at 19. And ISA is plus 8. 8. Come on. And transition, yep, that's right. And we will do takeoff 1. Oops. And 31C. Wow. 31. Okay, we'll do climb. We'll have to see what takeoff 1 does at 90 something degrees down there. Close to it. All right. And flaps 5. See how this goes. 4.75. And that. Good. That's good. Legs. Plan. Let's see, we're taking off to the south. Okay. Step. Step. There's a vector right there, which we can leave. All right. I'm going to close that, and we're going to go search TPA, airport, and departure ended 8. So yeah, wow, what a short departure. No altitudes. 19 right, climb heading 187 to 540. Set on heading 203, or is assigned by ATC 6,000 feet. So, of course I forgot it that quick. 187. All right. That. And knit rough and N1 takeoff 150. Okay. And what did I say? 3002. 3002. Okay. Damper. We got 1,000 gallons in the center tank. For this short flight? Oh, whatever. Close that. They made some changes, you know. I don't. Interesting. I've noticed a couple of things. I updated the Zibo to the latest the other day. Oh man, these switches. Blast. Shut that off. Shut it all off. Okay, what was that? Okay, so that's right. That's on. That's on. I've had that happen before. I've got hardware switches, and you click one, and it all of a sudden wakes up and says, "Whoa, let's," and some of them suddenly don't work. Okay. There we go. So let me go back through this. Yep, that's messed up. That's okay. We already checked that. That's all right. And so the auto is different now. Okay, that's fine. It still works. That's fine. And these on. Those are on. On. 36,000. And what's the arrival airport altitude? It's like 1,000 or something. I can see it. 1,026. Okay, and that's on auto. Okay, so that's good. Those are set 6,187, 150 knots. That's on. Okay, so let's get the leg going. Been in Tampa when it's been this hot. Or hotter. Thank you. Let's turn that on.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Flight.
Oh, these folks closed the door early. I don't know. I'm not on VerticalSim. I could shoot the visual to 27 right. We'll see. Might take a shortcut on the star as well. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, that's long enough. I don't need to do that. And happy Father's Day. Yep, I'm recording this on Father's Day. And disconnect, push back, pre-plan. Let's see, we're up here. So go out there.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit, tower's driving up.
Up front, everybody's closed up outside. We're just waiting to get some of our performance numbers and the clearance from air traffic control that we should be underway. It's our pleasure having you on board with us today. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Should be underway here shortly. Thanks for flying with Delta today.
Okay, be sure all carry-on items are securely stowed.
I like that. Let's see, that's good.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting for spec, and you may start engines.
Yeah, I could have parked in a different spot, but I wanted to see more of this airport. So yeah, why not?
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Yeah, I guess I could go ahead and do this. This is already set. Those are set. That's set. Flaps 1, 2, 3. That's on.
Southwest 1534, ground joint Tango.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you.
And ground, so 1534. Go ahead. Yeah, we passed along the tower. Looks like we were getting about a 15 knot gain and loss, started about 700 feet outbound. 700 feet only.
There we go.
Down to about
All right, check flight controls. Left, right, down. That's good. Flaps are set. And let's see. No heat is on. Actually, I want that on. All right.
American 1717, right, check.
American 1717, 8 is Papa, runway 28 taxi via Alpha 1 Tango Charlie.
Alpha 1 Tango Charlie, 28 American 1717.
Wait a second. No, something's not right with the steering. Back. Config. That means my let's see. Let's try preset. Oh, I just say preset 2. Let's load 3. Let's go. Back. I'll take the chance. I may have to set some things, but let's see. Throttle is okay. Or that's okay.
771 to the province.
Southwest 771 ground, it is occupied. Hold short of Echo and
Nope,
advise me.
that's wrong too.
Ground, good afternoon, Southwest 590, information Papa.
Let's see. Hardware,
90 ground, push approved.
Push through Southwest 590.
nose wheel access, yaw, throttle noise lock. I set that to 3. Auto throttle engage, lock throttle.
Ground, Tower 40 for pushback in. Bravo
I'll turn
9,
that on.
Southwest 42 ground, push your discretion.
Yoke auto center on. Burner hardware, boy, wouldn't that be nice? Alright. Pounds.
Southwest 771, continue straight ahead. Papa, turn left uniform Tango, hold short of Echo. Your company's pushing now.
Alright, Papa Uniform Tango short of Echo, Southwest 771.
Save. Let's see if that works. Yep, that worked.
over the park, Southwest 1608. Plus 590, taxi.
That's a beautiful terminal over there.
590, runway 28, taxi via Echo
All of
Papa
the
Uniform.
terminals at Tampa are different. They all have their own personality.
Southwest 590.
Yeah, lots of subtle differences. The windshield wipers are in a different location. Certainly the nav radio is completely different, which is fine.
Southwest 1608.
Yes, sir.
Looks like our gate is occupied, or they're holding it down. They're saying at least 15 minutes.
So lots of good things happening.
Holding on Bravo, okay with you?
Southwest 1608, affirmative. You can hold your position and be in the pier there. Let me know what they say. I can't see that gate.
Okay, we'll let you know. We're cleared in for Southwest 1608.
Took them 2 years to develop this.
Southwest 147 clear, Bravo 8.
Southwest 147 Brown, taxi to Park
A
via
lot of
Tango.
attention to little details.
Southwest 609 Brown, allow company to park at Bravo 8, then push approved.
After company into Bravo 8, push Southwest 609.
I like this level of rattle coming out of the airplane. That sounds about right.
Delta 19, 69 on a tower 1, 100.3.
K19.1
So that SID, well, I gotta look at this. Check config, it's good. Flaps 5 requested, green light. Stab trim is set 4.75 units, 4.75 is set. Takeoff briefing is done. Cabin is secure.
Delta 1447 on Delta, on his box for final. Delta 1447 ground taxi, Fox, that's the ramp. Fox, turn to the ramp, Delta 1447.
Okay, takeoff checklist below the line. MCP is set. Transponder, oh, okay, the rest of it. Okay, so landing lights, that worked. Weather radar, transponder.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare to stand up for departure.
Auto throttle will do heading mode.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you. Let's go home. Let's go Avatab. Let's go airport. And let's see, we're going climb heading 187 to 540, then to 203. Okay, so we'll have to keep our eye on that. All right. Traffic. Plugins. No. It should be okay. I dare not set it any higher than that because there's a boatload of airplanes at Atlanta whenever I get there.
Delta 1470, we're approaching 2000 with Romeo.
So the 1470 ground, 911 Mike 2, taxi to Lima 1.
Lima 1 for 911 Mike 2, Delta 1471.
That's good. Okay, set the timer. Toga. Check.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. Fuel. Oh.
$400. $1,000.
Plug up. Yep, I'll get it. Flaps up, no lights. We'll go LNAV, VNAV. Get the airplane up. Pressurization's good. And let's say 12,000. We are on our way. See if we can get a view of that airport over here. It should be right down this bridge, just a little bit north of it. There it is, right there. Right there. I may be flying this on VerticalSim soon, which is what my goal is. So are we heading in the right direction here? Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, I'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury of particles that may have shifted during takeoff. Now reach an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices. And a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine and the Zibo.
I love those sounds. Lights off. Taxi light off. Okay. We can switch to center. I don't know where it is. Center. I don't see it. So, get rid of our Tampa charts. And let's go back. And, oops. And we want, no, actually not the airport, we want the arrival, which was the Gandalf 2. And we are coming from Dawn, is that correct? Yep. So Dawn, at or above flight level 240, legs. A. That work? And then Gandalf at or above 11. Yep, that's already there. And Holler at or above 10. Yep, and looks like, yeah, Schuler at 6, or at 8. Is that 8? That's 8. So this should be a good setup for a visual. Not that I think people get a lot of visuals at Atlanta, except I've gotten one on VerticalSim in this airplane long ago. Let's see, system. So we're all set on that. What else? Well, we're not even up at the altitude yet. We'll wait till we get up there before we start farting around with that. Okay, so that's a clear air turbulence effect, and that is part of XPRealistic. So the effects are working. Standard. What a beautiful sight. I would say Vulcan looks substantially better than 11.4. Still got some issues I think they could resolve, but that's why it's still in beta. So let's crank this out of ways. So we're going to be out over the water. So we had no problem at all with that departure with takeoff 1. That's 160 miles right there. So I wonder, okay, so we're in flight, so maybe the previews work better? Who knows? Let's try flap stress. The sounds work, but I don't see any shaking. So I'm getting that rattling, but I don't see a lot of reason for the rattling. And Okay, so that's fine. And then some ground shakings. Don't see any of that. And flap stress. Done. I guess we'll see when I actually put the flaps out. Flaps drag. The sound is great. We'll just have to see. Alright, so now we can roll that in one. Still over the water. I've got V-States, Georgia. This is going to be interesting. I'll have to step outside and take a look. That's still Florida down there. Looks pretty remarkable. But I want to see Georgia. Let's see what Georgia looks like. But we will see when we get there. Let's see, so I've got the star. Oh, and I should probably take the seatbelt sign off. That was all. Oh, that was auto, I think. Yeah, that was. Then I can get them fed and go home and level off and back. No, not ground. Yes. And let's see, let's go back to airport. We'll go to approach. 27 right. Okay. 111.3. This messed me up last time. Oh, holy crap. Now it's back to the way it was. Okay, so that's set, and our course is 275. I can do that too. And swap that in too, just in case you want to. I don't do auto lands hardly at all. What else? Let's see. So init ref 30 and 30. Let's see. Legs. And runway 27 right. I took off with auto brake 2 instead of RTO. Okay, so that's set. Legs, back to legs. And what else? Oh, let's see. Okay. So descent. We're gonna go 250. Actually, like the legs. Descent. Race. We're gonna go 250 slash. Looks like that. Forecast. Let's see. So ISA. Temperature +7. Clear. And QNH is 3001. 30.01. Accept that. And then 310271 at 20. 10271 20. 200 268 at 19. 10,000. We're 277 at 15. 15. Exec. Done. Like the legs. So I hope we get to see some of V-States, Georgia. I want to see what it looks like because I want to keep putting those states on. So we should be all set. Let's see. So there's the approach, and last thing. Airport. Question, we're going to be landing 27 right. So, still, we'll park over here. I have no idea where United parks. It would be so cool is as you're descending on the star, or once you cross 10,000 feet, if it assigned you a parking gate. But it would have to do it based on whatever this map is. Like you'd have to know where it is somehow. This is Concourse C, so if you got a C34, is that on this side or on this side? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's look over here. Well, if I go to Avatab, map. There's Tallahassee, so there's the line right there. So it's Georgia way out there. Shift. So I guess that's Georgia right up here. I would say that looks really good. We cross over. So it's the other side of that lake. Shift 4. There's a lake. Is that the lake? Oh, then that's the line right there. This is Orbix. That's B states. You can always tell when you look at the cities. So what do you think? A visual? Didn't take much to talk me into that. Let's go here, arrival, and really, if it was the middle of the night, you might get a visual to interesting. They ask you if you want to fix. So if I do it, no, it shows ILS. Let's say 27 right. That's fine. And 3. Okay, so I've done that. Now, check that. And vector. Why'd they put the brake there, but I do need a fix. Need a fix. I don't know where to get one. would be nice to have a fix. I wonder if this would work. KATL 045 at 5. Invalid entry. Alright. Let's clear that. 005. Nope. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do that if I just knew how it was. Well, we'll just sort it out, I guess. We won't be using VNav till we get a beam the fix. No. Let's erase that and clear that. I know there's a way to put a radial and fix in. Radial and distance in. I just don't remember how to do it. So we'll go from there, I guess, to there. Ooh, and I've got another break. News page. Check that. Man, that created a lot of breaks. So yes, I was cleared for a visual approach into Atlanta, let's say a little over a year ago, by a VATSIM controller. So on VATSIM it can happen. There is a fix at 12 miles. Well, I could take that VPFRH. Does it know what that is? Exec. And I'm gonna put this down to 8,000. 9 o'clock. Yeah, that's kind of a crappy fix, huh? Well, you know what we're going to do is we're going to go heading mode and descend down to 2,000 feet, and let's see, what altitude will we be at that fix? It expects us to be at. We'll descend to 3,000. It wants us to be at 2290 here, so yeah. Okay. So Qubit will be at 8,000. We'll just cut across here at, you know, descend down to 6 maybe, and then make a right turn, descend down to 3. And then we've got about a 700-foot descent from there. So yeah, I think these states, Georgia, passed the test. So I'll be heading up the coast with these things. Thanks. Back in the Zibo, that's right. How you doing, pilot guy? Yeah, if you notice up here, this is where the star ends and then it's a vector. And I'm on 2.7 right now. I'm doing the visual because I'm still wanting to practice visuals. And there's nothing to glue this thing to, so I'm just going to be on heading mode and doing VS until I get, at least this is my plan, until I get step over to here somewhere, right about there. That's the only fix I could find, and then a right turn down to here. I was trying to put in a fix using a radial DME or something, and I don't know how to do that. So, I mean, could I put this as a fix, like this, and then put in like 360 at say 007 or something like that? Could I put that like right there? Invalid entry. Drag required. Try 360. 6. So it took that. So now I need to fix things. And then get rid of that. But it's way out there. Oh. So that's better. That's definitely better. But, you know, of course now I've got this whole blank area out here. So, I don't know how often you guys do this sort of a thing. Step, step, step. So from orbit, I guess I could go select the last point and then a radio distance in inch at orbit. So if I go qubit, then I want to go about, let's see, so it's 20, actually I could go qubit, about 15 miles, I guess. Say 040, say 17 miles. I put that after qubit. Yeah, roughly, that's about right. If you estimate a radial distance, you can make what you want. Sometimes we do it. Yeah, okay. This is the art of self-navigation, right? That's something you guys have to do too often. It's raining. So did you do any flying today? This is really my only flight this weekend. Get vectors. If we know we'll get vectors, we make something like that sometimes so we can compare the VNAV profile, right? Yeah, well, if you get vectors, then you're off of VNAV. But at least you can use it to compare, right? Because I would think that I would have gotten vectored like right over here somewhere, because I ended up eliminating a bunch of this stuff. There was I think the vector went across here and then took you across. I don't remember exactly what I did. You'd have to look at, well, I could look. I don't want to look at that map anymore anyway. Avatab Airport. Oh, actually, qubit was the last fix, and then I guess I could have just used this. Well, these are for here. Honestly, I would have probably gotten vectored here, I think. The total, I bought the Tolus A319 once, thought I tried to learn the Airbus a bit since I have no clue about the Airbus. The Tolus, I've heard lots of good things about the Tolus. Lots and lots of good things. Either one of them, the 319 and A321. I've got that A320 and I flew it like 4 times. You know, I keep it on my machine somewhere just in case I decide to fly it again. But so far I haven't. Partly because I fly other planes, and I'd rather fly an airplane well and learn how to use it well than this. Holy crap. Got a bunch of unhappy passengers right now. My weather radar is on, isn't it? Oh. Maybe it only... Yeah. Yeah, you don't say. That little tiny cell right there caused all that. So did you fly it, the Tolus? .3003. I liked flying Airbuses a long time ago. I used to fly the Flight 1 Mustang too, which was, or the Mustang, which is a Citation Mustang. I flew it today, watched a bit of E1 simulation tutorials to learn about it. Yeah. There's another guy, I can't think of his name. He flies on Prepared. He's really good. He's done a bunch of videos. They use FPV, but FPV works different on the Airbus, I think, than it does on the, you know, on the Boeings. And I don't know, I'm sure if you found that guy, I think he's Swiss or something. I used to watch his videos, but I found that, you know, it flies real similar, same procedures as like the Flight 1 Mustang, very similar. And the Flight 1, any Citation Mustang, which I enjoyed flying a lot. Yeah, I'll see if I can find that guy, because he had a bunch of tutorials on how to do like VOR approaches, you know, weird things. VOR approach is considered weird these days. What are we doing? Oh, I'm way fast. That's one of those airplanes that really has a lot of the A320 unprepared, that I don't remember who makes it, but there's a lot of folks that really like that airplane over there. Black Box 711, that's who it is. Really good stuff. Hey, Captain Sam, how are you? Oh, yeah, I flew the Mustang. I reworked the Mustang, actually. I did a whole new flight model for it and gave it out as for free. Couldn't sell it because obviously I modified somebody else's, but I've made that thing fly by the numbers and fixed a whole bunch of problems with it. Gave it away. A lot of people were flying it. I loved flying that FDE. But yeah, Black Box 711. He's done a lot of videos on that really high-end A320. On both of them, he did the Aerosoft at first before that one came out, and the Aerosoft one is actually pretty good. So we will see how I do here. Gonna be, oh my God, am I gonna be flying through all that weather? I don't like flying through yellow, and I don't fly through red. Yeah, he is good. He knows his stuff. I would say the Tolis and he's flying the A320. I would say the two of them are probably, well, that one is a study level. It's a frame rate killer, by the way. At least it used to be. But yeah, there was a lot of controversy about that A320. I had the Aerosoft. I wasn't gonna fork out $120 for an airliner. And I think it's even more now. Might be like 130, 140. Like I say, I spend about half of my time, at least half of my time flying GA right now. And now with these commercial jets getting ready to, they're not commercial, they're private jets getting ready to come out, I'll probably fly one of those. So I'll have to see which airplane goes by the wayside. But I do like flying GA. Yeah, it's fun. Looks mostly green, so it's just rain. Yeah. Well, mostly there's a. I guess you can't see that on plan view. No, you can't. I guess I could center it. That doesn't help at all. There's some red right there. I'll be flying just on the other side, unless it moves, I'll be flying just on the other side of that red coming around it. This will be more interesting than I want it to be. So where are we? We're at 8,000. Was it Cubit that we had to be at 8,000? That's fine. And I could go ahead and put in 3,000. And take a speed break off. Yeah. Can't really see if that could cause. I'm watching on the phone. Oh wow. I don't know. I'm nervous about that. It looks like it's moving north. That or my flight path changed, but there's a little red spot there and a bigger one right there. But it looks north of my path. A few seconds ago, it was to the south of the path. I hope it's moving that way. I guess this is one of those situations where everybody just comes in the ILS. What is the ceiling in Atlanta right now? I might have to switch to the friggin' ILS. Well, no. Few at 1-2000. That's the lowest deck. So I'll have to check in with you to see what you think about flying a Airbus compared to flying a Boeing. I imagine, you know, you could switch airplanes at some point. Where is this going? Oh, I see. I think seen way worse weather radar returns than that. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, this is X-Plane. No, X-Plane thinks what it thinks about radar. My rule of thumb with X-Plane, with X-Plane's version of storms is don't screw with them. Even though I could turn it down in active sky. Maybe I'll do that. It's probably overdone. They like to overdo things. Let's see, wind option, turbulence. I'll leave the turbulence. Maximum downdraft. I don't know where the storm stuff is. Increase. I guess it's just turbulence. Okay, I will cut it down to 40. It was at 50. That was the default. Okay. I'm not descending. Okay, so let's BS. So, Airbus good. Yeah. So, let's see. So if I do this, if I go back here, previous, I can't do previous. That's my next fix, and it. Oh, this one. Okay, so if I want to get down to here, so if I select this, see, VNav is. I'm on BS right now because VNav isn't really doing the job. So it's real tempting to select this and reselect it again. I'm trying to get down on this VNav path. Oh wait, that says I'm above the VNav path. So let's do hold right here. This says I'm below, and this says I'm above. Or I'm below, and this says I'm above. So if I go VNav here, never been a fan of the Airbus to be honest, but who knows, I will ever be working on one. Why not get some knowledge on it already? Yep. I had someone I knew, actually he was a developer. He developed airplanes. Look at the ND VNav. This here. Yeah, so that looks good. On the path and descending. So that means that I'll have a nice steady descent all the way down to 2290. So I'm going to go ahead and get flaps 1 out. And already bugged. And also go to progress page. You can see track miles remaining and calculate yourself. track miles. What, the 17 right there? So, is there... Let's see, so let's do this. And let's do flaps 2. So, I don't know how to use this. I can see I can see track miles to Atlanta's 15, but I don't know what to do with that information. Let's see, so this is set. Let's see, I need my landing lights on. 17 times 3 means around 5,100 feet. Okay. Let's see what I screw up here. So 15 times 3 is 4,500 feet. Okay, so that tells you what how far down you gotta go. Well, 15 times 3. And let's do flaps 5.
Thousand to go.
1,000 to go. Alright, now I'm on LNAV, VNAV here. So I need to go ahead and put this down to the minimum's altitude, which will be 1,600 feet. $15 nautical miles times 3 is 45, so 4,500 feet. So that's the altitude I should be? Yeah, so I should be at 4,500 feet if I'm 15 miles. I see what you're saying. Okay. There's the airport. Wow, man, that is close. So gear down, flaps 15, continuous, auto brake is set,
1,000 to go,
and that, and speed brake is armed. Flaps 30. VREF speed is 151, so 156. And let's go with that. Definitely getting some wind.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
I don't know. It's telling me I'm high, but it... I didn't set my missed approach altitude. becomes slow. Missed the last high speed.
80 knots.
Not as bad as last time, but this is a great big runway. So you just keep taking 3,000 feet off for every mile. So at 15 miles, 4,500, 14 miles, 40, well, times 3, 4,200. Our reversers are still on. Here we go. Reversers came back on. There we go. Okay, so those are stowed. Flaps go up. And let's see, shut those off. That off. Turn that on. And shut that off. It doesn't work anymore. Strobes are off. The radar's off. Landing lights are off. And taxi light is on. Oops. And we should be good. Those visuals, I swear. I mean, ILS is. I have to go back and do an ILS now because I want to see how calm that is compared to a visual. My two sins there were that I let the airplane get slow, and I didn't set my missed approach altitude. I was trying to remember what I did wrong, so next time I won't do it again. So those are Delta. Maybe I'll go over with the Delta folks, even though I'm on the wrong side. So I see some United. Well, there's the Delta. I'll go up there. This is a beautiful airport. This is Nimbus, Atlanta. It's pretty. That's a nice spot. Over there, huh? All right, so that's on. Park brake. Down. And turn that on, and what else? Windshield heat off. Yes. Oh, they left those off. People were all walking around when I landed. Shocks. And shut that off. A bit slow, and your pitch was too high during the approach. Normally you would around 1 degree of pitch with thrust between 55 and 63, and 1 depending on weight and flaps, 30 or 40. Okay. Yeah, I was 148, and my speed was supposed to be 156. So VREF was 151. Do you always take auto throttle off when you land in the real airplane? The thing I don't know is how much thrust translates to airspeed. You know, how much either moving the throttle or the numbers, either one. My throttle isn't too bad for the Boeing. It's pretty. There's a couple of airplanes I've got where it's way too sensitive, but it's not bad for the Boeing. That's not a good excuse. Anticipation. See, it's turned on. Why wasn't the thing moving? I'm not sure the movement is working on the Zibo. I think it's broken. When I made that right turn into to this parking spot, my head didn't move at all. That's a real handy thing to have. I need to see if it's broken only for the Zibo or if it's broken for other planes as well. Sounds work brilliantly. Yeah, monitor like this during landing: altitude, speed, altitude, thrust, altitude, VS. Only small corrections in thrust are needed. We always land without auto throttle unless it's an auto land. Okay. Okay. I just need to learn it, that's all. I think my throttle was set at about 60, but I think I was also pretty heavy. I don't know. I don't know what these numbers mean, but the airplane, when I left Miami, it wanted me to use climb thrust instead of climb 1. And usually it lets me do climb 1. So I was thinking that was related to my weight, which I don't know if I can get back in there or not. Let's see. So if I go to here and payload, so that was my weight right there. If I click payload, what is that? Well, let's see. 120, 130, 140, 150, about 160 passengers. And then I had, wow, I didn't know it loaded me up with 9,000 pounds of cargo. Yeah, so 39,800. Maybe you was at 60 and 1. I didn't notice, but I saw your pitch was around 5 degrees. So of course, well, maybe I can. Here, let's go back, go home, and let's terminate the leg, and maybe we can toggle replay mode. And of course, my door will probably be open when I'm flying, but we'll see. Let's come here. Let's see where I went off here. Yeah, that's where it was throttling up on its own. Actually, you know, I mean, I'm not disappointed with that, with the whole thing. My speed got low, but otherwise, I did pretty well. I felt more organized, a little bit more ahead of the airplane. So, let's see what I do here. Okay, so there's auto throttles off, and 69 or so on each. But my speed is, well, my speed is already a little low right there. And it's going down. And you can see my nose is coming up as I'm getting slower. Yep. There's 5. Yeah. Me almost flaring right there. 6, 7 degrees. Yeah, I needed to do a better job on that. That's what I love about recording these videos. I can look back at them and see exactly where I was going wrong, and you can see it too. Everybody gets to see. Everybody gets to see me screw up. But you know, it's a cool way to learn. You know, and when somebody gets a real 737 pilot watching, they get a little bit of criticism, which is you know, what you got, right, when you were getting in 737 training. Zibo is not flying really like the real one, because I noticed you had a lot of thrust at one point with speed going down still. Yeah, well, you know, I chalk it up to maybe heat. What's the temperature here in Atlanta? And, you know, I can't fault it, but honestly, I noticed that typically when I take auto throttle off, that right before I take auto throttle off, I know where it was, and I've already matched my throttle, so I take it off, and it's usually around 60, 61, 62, and the temperature here in Atlanta right now is 21. And it was 31 in Tampa. Hard to believe, but so that's about, to me, I translate that to not that hot. It's around 70, right around 70 degrees. So it wouldn't have been the heat, it would have had to have been the weight of the airplane more than anything. Which was... I'm such a great taxier. It's not gonna let me. And look at that. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. All they do is they look at the landing rate, and that's all. They just look at how many feet per second you were doing when you touched the runway. They didn't look at the angle of the nose. The temperature doesn't really matter that much. I think the Zibo might be a bit off. Yeah, and you know, so that's the point, I guess. So did it take off my services? There we go, shut that up. And if it is, that's fine. I just, you know, instead of doing 69, I should have been doing 72, 73, something like that. Oh yeah, true, very good point. Yeah. Well, you know, and they're supposed to, there's a new thing with, this is the latest version, this is the beta version, and I haven't looked, but in PlaneMaker, they're supposed to turn on or off the experimental flight mode in there now, instead of having us do it. So this, where is it? Yeah, this right here. I assume that this checkbox is going to go away. You know, so the airplane developer will decide. Well, it may have to be there because some people, well, no, it should be okay. But that could be it. You're right. That's a good point. So yeah, you know, but you know, the guy didn't say airspeed or anything like that to me, so. But next time I'll just keep an eye on my nose attitude and my airspeed, and then adjust my throttle accordingly. Yeah, that's what I've heard too, that it doesn't work that well with the Zibo. Yeah, that's what I always say. Blame it on the airplane. The sim, since the controls are not heavy like in the real plane. Yep. Hear what? No. Really? Okay. I don't know what they. So like a handgun. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I like about the South. I know. Yeah. So I just finished a flight. Okay, do that. Well, anyway, that's it. I'll try it again. I'll try again probably tomorrow. But you see my throttle jerks like that. There, that's better. I'm looking forward to getting a new throttle and a new yoke. Oh, it's an old one. It's a really old one. But now they've got two throttles. There's an Airbus throttle that Thrustmaster's making. TCA, I think it's called. That looks really good. And then there's the one I want to get is the honeycomb throttle. And then for my yoke, I want to get, what is the name of that one? I want to get, it's something that's weird. Yoke. I can't afford a super expensive one, but this Fulcrum simulator yoke. This is the one. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to him. Oh, I guess I could do that. Yeah, this yoke here. Yep.
Hi guys, Chris here from Vulcan Simulator Controls. Hope you're all doing very well at the moment. I'm currently at home, like most people in the UK,
I'm
quarantine.
I'm
Thought I'd make a video
YouTube
showing
streaming a
the physics of our
YouTube
yoke.
video.
Inside the box, as well as the yoke, base and desk lamp, is a printed instruction sheet showing you how to assemble the yoke and how to attach the desk lamp. Alternatively, the yoke can be bolted directly to a desk or cockpit setup using the included drill hole template. For a size comparison, I've got our yoke mounted next to another yoke that a lot of you will be able to relate to. You can see that it's pretty compact, but it still has 180 degrees of roll and 8 inches of pitch travel. There are bearings on both axes.
I know a lot of Susans, I think.
Steel springs on each that achieve to be
Shushan.
smooth and realistically progressive.
Shushan. Yep.
On the yoke tops, there are 4 real aviation built-in push buttons, an 8-way hat switch with a centre push, and 2 rocker switches that can be used for pitch, roll, or yaw trim.
$40 joystick, huh? I've got one of those. That's an Extreme 3D Pro Logitech. But yeah, this is a dream, maybe. But you can even switch out the yokes. So if he makes another yoke later on, you can swap it out for another one. But I love the travel on this thing. It's like 8 inches of pitch travel. You know, it's not as good as the Yoko, but the Yoko costs $1,000. And you guys get to play with the real thing, so there's that. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a nice yoke. When it comes out, it's frozen because of the coronavirus. So he hasn't updated since May. So, yep. So yeah, that's on FSLE if you're looking for it. Have you heard anything more about when you're going to be flying again? Oh. Good. Yeah, and you know, let's see. If you're in Portugal, by the way, it's got to be 2 o'clock in the morning. Not yet, sadly. 2 o'clock in the morning. I think it's 2 o'clock. You need to go to bed. I need to go to bed soon too. I've got to work. So, all right. Well, thanks for coming and giving me the pointers again. I appreciate it. Yeah, with these headphones in, I didn't hear anything outside.
Delta 553, direct Kinston, yeah, that'll help us, thank you. Alright, lead direct Kinston, Delta 553. Roger, direct Kinston.
Well, anyway, that's going to be it.
Southwest 4178, descend and maintain flight level.
I'll be back online tomorrow. Hopefully. Hopefully. This weekend I had to do a lot of work, so this is my one flight. My one flight. Visual into Atlanta, and it was nice. I enjoyed it. All right.